All right, what's going on? This NTP Backstage Access. I'm your girl Marline Massasoit.
Prestige. Today we got with us
Charles here, my wife Shirley.
All right.
And we're here to do our interview.
All right.
Welcome
Straight off the road.
Right, welcome to NTP Backstage Access. Y'all well traveled this week.
Yeah.
So I heard. So,
Yes.
man, where do we start? Me and you off camera just was talking about just the history of your family, history in business and your career and stuff like that. So we could just jump into the photography portion. You picked up a camera as a young man. So, like, what sparked your interest in photography?
Basically, I would say my brother bought a camera and I happened to look at it one day and it struck my interest. And the funniest thing is that I was around 8 to 10 years old and I was so curious about it I took the camera apart. So yeah, he came back, found his camera half over here and half over there, and he would knock me out. So I put it back together for him. But it kind of got my interest going.
And as you know, these are my parents, so that's where I get my photography from. So, Mom, let us know what you have been doing for forever as we were growing up.
Forever. I raised you guys, me and my husband. And then in I do believe 83, I started child care in my home, 822 North Massasoit, Chicago, Illinois. I kept my 6 plus 4, and that went on until 1990. Then I got a job working at the health club, and I've been working there for 12 years, 2006 to now, still working there.
Now, did you know that you can even get a job like that?
I didn't think so because I'm limited with vision.
Right.
And so I took the test, the exam. I went there to do a workout with my daughter Tina. And then Tina said, "Come on, Mama, let's go downstairs." I said, "What you up to?" She said, "I want you to see my boss." I said, "Okay." And then the boss told me, "I heard about you." I said, "What you mean you heard about me?" She said, "You do children well. You can raise kids. You can do a lot of things with them." I said, "Okay." She said, "Why don't you fill out this form?" I said, "Really? For what?" "Don't you want to work here?" And then, like, I saw the place. I loved it. I said, "Okay, I'll try it." So this was like on a Wednesday. No, Tuesday. And then I fill out the form. And then she called me back and said, "You got the job." What? And I've been working there ever since. And I love kids. I love them. I don't like nobody hurting children. That's me.
So, like, what's the most gratifying part? Just being there. Besides the children, because I know you like the children, but like what do you love the most about what you do?
Just looking after someone else's children while these parents take a break from them, because I know they get tired too, and the children need a break from the parents. So that is my goal, having them to be in a good mood, relaxed, enjoy their childhood, and parents enjoying their parenthood.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really. She enjoyed entertaining the kids. She sang to them.
Yeah.
She tell them stories. And she had these various little poems that she make up as she go along. So they're like her little audience.
Is she a rapper?
And she does a performance every day, all day long. And it's part of her personality.
Wow.
That is just awesome, because her mom always loved her voice and loved her singing. So she ended up singing a lot, and kids love to have singing. So they're here.
So now, Daddy, so now with your photography, where has your photography taken you now? What do you do with Google?
Well, there have been like 3 or 4 different phases I've gone through. I worked with the yearbook staff in college. Then after I got out of college, I worked with studio from '74. Van Gogh Studio was my major production.
Okay.
I was head photographer there.
Okay.
And then I had my own studio for like 3 or 4 years. After that, I branched off into something else, and I just did courier work for a long time. But traveling around, you know, suburb to suburb, I got a chance to see a lot of stuff. And now my photography is centered around different businesses so that I can promote a business.
Okay.
And just by taking a couple of pictures of their front, maybe a couple of inside shots, and putting it on Google Maps. So my views, 2 years ago I started it as a hobby, and now I just got my last report from Google Map, and I have actually had 4 million views and 300 pictures.
Yeah, only on 300.
Doing numbers.
Quante like, alright.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was just
4 million.
shocked when
Yeah.
I got my first million. I was like, a million views? You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Come on.
And that was a year ago.
Yeah, and now it's drift
Since
four
then,
times.
it's gone like 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. By the end of this year, it will probably be up to 6 million.
Come on. That's
So
awesome.
what type of increase are you seeing weekly now? Because I know you was like, there's 1,000 some people viewed.
It's 100,000 views a week. And that increases a lot of business to businesses that are doing good. But there are some businesses out there that do very poor work. And I can identify them also. And just kind of put a little label under the picture that, you know, you should beware of this, this, or that, because it's going to work against you. And I warn people about certain businesses. And there's one business particularly, I won't mention it, but they got a thing with their parking lot.
Oh, okay.
And if you go to their business, sit down and eat, and get in your car and leave, you know, you're okay. But if you go across the street and buy a cup of coffee, or just go in a Walgreens drugstore and buy a card for your mom, and then go and buy your sandwich, you'll come back out and find a boot on your car.
I don't even know if they know what a booty
Nah, I
is.
do. I know.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, I don't even know.
Hey, don't worry.
Denver boot.
I done seen people take them boys right off.
Yeah. And they will boot you in about 5 minutes.
They gotta be downtown Chicago. That's what that sounds like. So you
so-
don't have to mention the name, but
You know,
We see you
the
out
fine is $140, so
yeah.
boom, you get your sandwich.
Unless you know, unless you plugged in with somebody who can
Yeah.
get it off.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, I've you know,
Okay.
identified certain problems that people have
That's not
shopping.
good.
Because see, with,
Yeah. Wow.
you know, some people, they just ain't got no $150 they can put on
Right.
Right.
a boot,
Ah.
take off a boot.
Okay, so as we close, in a year from now, business wise, do you see yourself still working a year from now? 1 year from now, today, do you see yourself still working?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm gonna work till I faint.
1 year from now. Do you see yourself?
I love kids.
All right, I like, in run of a day, I do, as a courier, I do like 40 to 50 different stops in delivering small packages. And we also deliver paychecks to businesses. So I get a chance to meet managers. So the contacts is tremendous because I like meeting people. And I'll probably continue it. I mean, there are guys that do it. I retired when I was 62, 63.
Back to work.
And then I went back to work after 5 years. And I like it because it gives me a chance to do my own hours, do my own days. And if I want to take a month off, I can take a month off and travel or whatever and come back and take up where I left off. So I'll probably be doing it for a while.
Nothing wrong with it. You can control your own fortunes, why not?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So wow, I know he always has a wrap up piece that
Oh,
he
yeah.
likes doing.
Yeah, this a platform of good vibes. You know, we try to unify, push the culture forward, and all that stuff. So if you just had a word of encouragement, advice, wisdom, just to help somebody get to the next moment or motivate somebody to be greater, what would you say?
I think a lot of us underestimate the amount of talent that we have. And then when someone else finally encourages us to push our talents to the limit, then we find ourselves reaching so many higher goals. Work with people that aspire to do things that you want to do. And by so doing, you can get a vision of where you can go if you work hard enough. And the key word is you got to put in the work, you got to put in the hours. And so many people, they want to limit their hours, they want to limit the amount of time that they have to work. And that is self-defeating. As someone said a long time ago, it's not my quote, look for the circumstances you want, and if you can't find them, make them.
Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
Are you gonna add to that?
Yeah. If you like working with children or teenagers, go and find that job, because children are God's little angels.
Wow.
Come on.
With that being said, this has been NTP Backstage Access. I'm your girl Marline Massasoit.
And I'm your boy Prestige, NTP Backstage Access.
Hey!
Pushing culture forward.
Yes. And we have who? My parents.
Charles
Shirley.
Thompson. Shirley
And Shirley.
Thompson, my wife.
How do we find you on Google, Daddy?
Okay, the easiest way to find me on Google. Just look up NTP Backstage. When the address comes up, hit the picture and you will see Chuck Thompson 49. Punch that picture and it'll open up my file, which will give you my entire library.
All right. And behind the camera we got
Quana Don.
on the Don. All right, we out, y'all.